Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Blue Archive. In the last part, we started off the whole new story with the Rabbit Squad at the SRT Academy that had been shut down. At least for Twitch. YouTube, I ended up breaking that video up into two separate parts. But yeah, we now have the rest of that story. It kind of ended off in a weird spot, so hopefully the story ends in a good way. So let us continue on with the Rabbit Squad, shall we? See if we can't garner their favor a little bit more. I think there's 20 episodes now, I think. So we gotta go through 11 through 20, or no, excuse me, 12 to 20. My internet's a little slow because I'm currently uploading something, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. No, we gotta do 11. Never mind. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Rain-soaked bills. Let's continue. Uh-oh, they need money. That sounds like a money episode. Oh boy. Oh, it's Rin. A proposal? What's it for? Just take a look at it. A proposal to repair and maintain the facilities in Kasagi Park that were damaged by the flood. The task in and itself isn't difficult, but how is this pertinent to Shell's activities? I mean, it's not exactly... Then tell me, is it pertinent to the SRT students? Yes, absolutely. Your silence speaks volumes. I've read the report from the Chief of Defense. The SRT Academy students have taken up residence in the very same park they staged a protest in, and you've been looking after them. A conundrum. It isn't my place to criticize you, Sensei. The Shell organization is structured in a way that I couldn't even if I had wished. So instead, my opinion. The fact that those students are living at the park is immensely distasteful. Because they've taken over a public park for citizens. Hardly. It's a remote park with very few visitors. It would have been demolished at one point down the road regardless. However, the SRT Academy was at one point granted special immunity from the president of the General Student Council to maximize their effectiveness. But privileges should not only be granted when it serves a purpose. With no purpose, privilege is dangerous. You're already well aware of how the SRT Academy is perceived by most of the General Student Council. They fear them. And now you would like to house and arm these students who, in all technicality, are still in open rebellion? I imagine the chaos that would ensue if the administration board were to hear of this. Is there anything you can do, Rin? Why don't you just put them under my charge, officially? Like they were under the president's. That would solve all the problems, right? Well, I don't know if they would go for that, but... No, there's not. Well, shit. I met with every single chief of staff to enlist help, but every single response was a resounding no. Well, fuck. And now you've ended up here. You certainly have been busy, Sensei. Would you like some tea? There's no need. I suppose the urgency you feel can't be placated with pleasantries. Then right to the point. I'm afraid I can't help you either. No matter what its students say, the SRT Academy no longer exists. As much as I've tried to find a loophole, it's impossible to use the General Student Council's budget for students of a non-existent academy. I tried to finance this park's renovation as an excuse, but that didn't work out either, since the area's plans for redevelopment have already been approved. I'm afraid the extent of my power is maintain the students' academic records so the data isn't expunged. I'm sorry. I wish I had a better answer for you. She's done so much already, I'll figure it out one way or another. Sensei, have you enjoyed your time with the students of the Rabbit Squad? I'm fond of them. I'm happy to hear that. Put them under my charge. Please continue to look after those students, just as you have been. At least Kaya seems pretty decent. I kind of like her. Back then, at the Valkyrie Police School. What a coincidence. Hey there, Sensei. Do you have business with the Chief of Staff? Yes, you as well? Oh, well, more or less. Personal business. I expect I'll see you again, Sensei. Oh, what is that supposed to mean? Welcome, Public Peace Bureau Director. I'm glad you can make it. What's going on here? You look like your head is in a chopping block. You're not in trouble, Kana. I just wanted to report on my last request. Tell me, Kana, how much progress have you made on the reconstruction of Kusagi Town? Well, preparations are complete at the least, but there's a stubborn group of hippies squatting in an abandoned building. We haven't been able to get them to vacate, and it's causing delays in demolition. Come again? Public Peace Bureau Director, perhaps you misspoke. The valiant Valkyrie Police School, protectors of Kavotos and keepers of peace. I would like you to think very carefully before you answer my next question. Are you to tell me that the elite of that school, the Public Peace Bureau, cannot muster the competence to rid us of a handful of hippies? Ma'am, they're not your average run-of-the-mill homeless population. We don't know how or where they procured them, but they're armed and deep with the state-of-the-art weaponry. They outmatched our riot gear, and we haven't been able to gain a strategic advantage. Plus, those SRT students you helped out have settled down in the park nearby, making it even more difficult to move. I believe I told you to think carefully about your answer. Are you blaming me? No. I beg your pardon, Chief of Staff. Oh boy. You see, Kana, I like people who take responsibility. Me, in my position as the Chief of Defense, you as a Director, we need to take responsibility for the duties of our roles. What I'm hearing from you right now, Director, is presumptuous nonsense. It's a disregard for your responsibilities. I hate that. And when people do things I hate, they end up in the same place as those SRT students. Uh-oh. Oh, Kana, just a little joke. But since you're struggling with my request, some advice. Are you familiar with the lesson of 3 arrows? A single arrow will snap like brittle bones, but a bundle of arrows will not crumble so easily. And so, what do you do if you encounter a problem the brittle Public Peace Bureau cannot solve? Simply gather more to your cause. You don't mean... I'm going to find someone less witless than you if you can't figure out what I mean. Yes, ma'am. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to reading your report. I can't tell if Kaya is a good person or a bad person or just very scheming and conniving. I can't tell. Why is every single person I must work with entirely incompetent? Must have done something in a past life to deserve this punishment. You don't mean us, I hope. Oh, don't be silly. You're the best partner I've had in my life. Oh, who's this? I will say, I didn't expect the Rabbit Squad and Sensei to become such fast friends. Quite the opposite effect of what I intended. Also, okay, so Kaya is a bad person. I'm getting bad person vibes. As an expert, what's your take on the situation? It's unexpected, but not surprising. Boring answer as usual. Who's this? We'll keep a close eye on them. Who the fuck is that supposed to be? Oh. The Fox and Inari Zushi? Before I head into the Rabbit Squad, I visit a nearby town to grab a meal. But for some reason, not a single eatery in town was open. Well, that's not good. Come get it while it's fresh, hot Inari Zushi. Oh, who's this person? Good afternoon, sir. If you're looking for a meal, can I interest you in some delicious Inari Zushi? If you're on the go, this is the meal for you. The deep-fried tofu pockets are rice-filled, so you're filled. And luckily for you, I just made a new batch. You'll never find fresher. Sure. Thank you for your business. The streets are pretty empty today, so I was scared I wouldn't sell anything. It'd be a real shame to waste all this food. Come to think of it, all the stores around here are closed too. Well, it's natural with all the redevelopment efforts starting soon. Oh, you haven't heard? I thought everyone knew. Rumor has it they're going to build a new subway station here. And they're going to build a new shopping center on top of it. It seems like they're going to have to demolish the old plazas first, though. It's this big old construction company behind it. What was the name again? They've got the big octopus logo. Oh no, the Kaiser Corp group is back. Oh no! They're back again, causing trouble? Hopefully not. Yes, that's it. The Kaiser Construction. Apparently, Kaiser Construction is staking the future of the company in the redevelopment of this area. But in the process, some residents were rudely ousted from their shops. Yeah, that sounds like Kaiser Corporation. Look what they did with the Abados. Well, at the end of the day, I'm just a part-timer, so I'll always be able to find a new job. Wow, you must really like my inari sushi. Thank you. I'm pretty proud of my recipe. My friends and underclassmen used to always say I had the best inari sushi they'd ever taste. My friends from school say that is. Since you bought so much of my inari sushi, I'll give you some of the hot gossip. Kaiser Construction hasn't even begun their redevelopment here. Because, according to another rumor, the entire project might end up just being cancelled. Why's that? Well, the homeless population around here. I'm sure you've heard of that, at least. Some group of hippies got a hold of a bunch of heavy-duty firearms. They raise all manner of hell whenever Kaiser Construction workers even get close. To make matters worse, a group of heavily armed students are occupying the park now. It seems like even the police have given up on security around here. With all these unexpected problems, I guess Kaiser Constructions is considering just getting out of the whole mess. Students in the park? Oh, do you know them? You know, I kind of consider gossip my specialty. Here, take another inari sushi in the house. Do you know those students at the park? Do tell. I don't really know much. I see. How disappointing. She knows we're lying. Well, I know a thing or two at least. Apparently, they're students from an elite academy. That's where they got all their high-tech equipment and how they took over the park. But the thing or the rumors haven't addressed is what they're doing living on the streets instead of their academy. Do you think they got kicked out? Or maybe it's just a silly prank? Or maybe they're just dreamers. Idle dreamers reaching for their impossible futures. What a wondrous privilege of the sheltered to dream. Is it a hard sensei leading a group of students who won't come down from the clouds? Not in the slightest. Huh? How so? My job was to nurture their dreams since they can't help but become a reality. You confound me. Another. I don't hate the way you see it. Do what you think is best. Well, I think I'll close up shop. I probably won't be getting any more to customers today. Is this the person that we saw talking to Kaya? I bet it is. What's this? It's leftover inari sushi. How many are you gonna give me? I won't be able to finish all of it, so here you go. Refrigerate them for later. Or I'm sure there are hungry students around that would appreciate them. Thanks for the chat, Sensei. Maybe we'll meet again. That's definitely the person I was talking to Kaya. Absolutely. Halt! Stay back or I'll shoot! Hey, open your eyes, crybaby. This is what happens when you're too much of a scaredy cat to even look at the intruder. It's just Sensei. Oh, I'm sorry. Just go, Sensei. Here I thought another dog had wandered in. It's like they think I don't have feelings. Anyways, why are you here? No one asked you to be. Wait, what's that smell? Narizushi? Mew mew, a napkin, I'm drooling! I can't remember the last time I had a Narizushi. Well, actually back at the SRT Academy. I don't think you would, but you didn't buy these, did you? Yes, I spent a lot of money on them. Technically, I mean, technically these are both lies. You found them in a trash can? That sounds... no. I mean, these are both lies. Suspicious. Sake, inspect it first. You don't know what it could be. It could be laced with. For the last time, it's just food! Hi, Sensei. Is that an arizushi? How nostalgic. The upperclassmen at SRT used to make and eat an arizushi quite a bit. I do hope they're doing well. Thank you, Sensei. Let's eat. I explained their entire situation with the rabbit squad while eating the warm snack. So, the General Student Council refuses to provide any aid, and a construction company intends to redevelop this entire area. While I naturally didn't expect much support from the General Student Council, the situation is more dire than I thought. And in this situation, all our gear and equipment is damaged from the flood. Well, we always knew we were fighting against the odds when we took on this mission. If we run out of bullets, then we still have our hands. They won't stop us. I knew you were gonna say something like that. But we have no more supplies and no one's gonna help us. They're probably just waiting for us to be too weak to fight back. And then we're gonna be sold on the black market and tortured. No! Deep breath, Mew. Sensei is looking after us, and I won't let that happen. But in reality, we barely have enough firepower to fight off a squirrel, let alone the Public Safety Bureau. If only we could repair the machine guns and turrets around the park's outskirts. You silly gooses forgot about me? Who's this? Oh, you. You're a resident supplies expert at your most honorable service. You're the one who blew up all the supplies first. Mo, do you have a solution for our supply issues? We have no money and no way of making some. Did you really call yourself the supplies expert? Is this the same person who wasted all our ammunition to make some stupid fireworks? Yeah, exactly. You have no eye for art. Ammunition is never a waste in the pursuit of the beauty of explosions. It was an essential it was not a sacrifice at all. You just shot yourselves in the foot. Do you want me to bail you out or not? The wonderful person I am, I can get the supplies without spending a cent. I really just can't stand by while you rob a bank. How could you suggest something to go off? Technically, it's kind of ironic that he said that, considering we actually did rob a bank with Abados in the black market. So it's kind of ironic that he said that. SRT Academy exists to protect the citizens. We would never engage in such behavior. Sensei, do you think so little of me? My top secret for supplies acquisition is the barter system. People have been bartering for things they want since before we could talk. And so, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, we'll trade off our valuable items for new and wonderful incendiaries and weapons. The problem with your plan lies in the fact that we have no valuables. We have expired yakiniku bentos. Are you a dummy? You think we're trading with those hypocrite monks? What we do have is the missiles and bombs at the outskirts of camp. My babies. I can't believe I'm suggesting selling off my precious babies, even if they're water damaged. But my bleeding heart will live knowing that a caring owner will love them the way I did, and then my beautiful, splendid babies will be detonated like they deserve. It always ends up in them being blown up. I agree that those are very expensive explosives, but they're also very broken ones. How are we gonna sell them? Am I not literally the squad's unit supply specialist? I got connections you can't even dream of. Just to name one, my little friend Kaiser Industries is a subsidiary of Kaiser Group, and there's the big guns for weapons in the black market. Get it? They sell to hard-up mercenaries who will take anything they can get. So if anyone's gonna take good care of my rest of the babies, it's Kaiser Industries. And voila! In return, I get your ammunition and guns from Kaiser itself. I'm in shock. Mo came up with a really good plan. Was there something in the bento you ate yesterday? That must be it. I'll make you go kaboom faster than you can say rabbit. Well then, would you like to see the expert work? Oh boy. We're once again getting involved with Kaiser. Greetings, Kaiser Industries, the leading purveyor of top-tier firearms. How may I help you? Long time no talk, buddy. It's the SRT Academy Supply Manager. Our VIP client. Greetings, what a pleasure to speak with you again. How can I help you today? We have some brand new missiles I think you would love. Or, oh dear, are there any issues with the cluster bomb you purchased? I will be glad to assist you with that as well. No. Did he just say cluster bomb? A girl's gotta do what she's gotta do, right? I use my own money, not SRT budget, and it was for personal reasons. Saying it was for personal reasons makes it even more suspicious. Actually, I wasn't looking to buy anything today. I was hoping to sell. Sell? Well, we don't usually allow purchases from our sales line, but our VIP clients have special privileges. What was it you were hoping to sell? I hope you're ready. You might blow your circuits. I've got loads of state-of-the-art stuff you won't be able to find anywhere else. Infrared image, guided anti-aircraft missiles, scalable cluster grenades. Holy fucking shit, that sounds deadly. Remote-controlled anti-tank rockets. That is quite the list of rare weaponry. You sure you want to sell them? I know, the deal of the century. Imagine how your boss would praise you. There's a small matter of a little rust, but you know how it is with the human air. It's not a little. Shut up, Sensei. I'm trying to make a deal here. Well, such equipment is always in demand. This is a little outside my protocol, out of protocol, but I suppose. Very well, I accept. Is this the same account we have on file? Still correct for payment? So you see, I've unfortunately been running into some issues with my account. It should be resolved soon, but until then, I was hoping to be paid in weapons and ammo instead. Weapons? Ammo? I didn't stutter. I'm willing to let go of anti-aircraft missiles for a bunch of measly guns. Strong ones, of course. Or if you have, you know, thermal pressure grenades or white phosphorus from smoke grenades. Oh god. Well, I would love to assist you. We unfortunately just recently sold our entire stock of weapons. What? The entire stock? Yes, and an anonymous customer recently bought us out. Who on earth would buy that much firepower? Why? The only reason you would need that much is to go to war. I cannot tell you that. As a VIP client, you must understand. You would be rather upset if we divulged your private purchase history, no? Well, they all know about the cluster bombs now, but yeah. I'm terribly sorry, but let's pretend this exchange never happened. I do hope we have more fruitful dealings in the future. Well, that didn't work out. What in the world? What psychotic world do we live in that Kaiser Industries just has no more weapons? What has this society come to? More importantly, Mo, when and how did you become a VIP client at Kaiser Industries? I knew there were discrepancies with missing inventory in the squad supply ledger. You told me I was crazy. Mo, I don't want you to go to jail. Wait a second. Can you guys go back to being worried about supplies? Don't sweat the small details. Kaiser Industries might have let me down, but you know what never does? Secondhand auctions. I already made a post, so just wait for the buyers to come in rolling in. Who's gonna buy all that crazy equipment at some secondhand auction? You may be an uncultured neophyte, but underestimating these auctions will be your first and final mistake. Look, a message. I told you it wouldn't let me down. Uh-oh. Wait, seriously? Uh-oh. What? I'm still a bit shocked. Mo really found someone to buy our rusty, useless missiles. They even paid us in cash. I've never seen so much cash in my life. Did no one else find that buyer suspicious? They show up with their faces completely covered, have wads and wads of cash, and don't even inspect the weapons? What if it's bad cash? Like black money? Oh my sweet summer child, cash is cash! We can buy new toys and ammo and that's all that matters. But also, Saki, what was with all that solid fuel and gasoline you ordered? You can't blow up anything with that. I couldn't buy my aerosol bombs because of you. Are you stupid? Do you want to cook us dinner and fly around the helicopter with your precious babies? Huh? Explosives aren't the most important thing on the battlefield, you know. You call me stupid? You're stupider. Name one thing that's more important than explosives. I can finally breathe a little. It's nowhere near our original stockpile, but we mostly replenished most of what we lost in the flood. At the very least, we should be able to secure our perimeters for a little while. Uh-oh. Is this Mew? Oh god, it's this guy again. Speak of the devil, an intruder. Come, my little baby, it's time to go kaboom. No, damn it, I'm asking you for help. What do you want? It's against protocol for us to involve ourselves in civilian affairs. Yeah, so buzz off. Go ask your pathetic friends or whatever you call them. Pursuers! Short for the pursuers of non-possessive happiness. Thanks to you guys, most of them have left me. I told you greed was evil. The Public Peace Bureau and the Valkyrie Police School have driven the rest of us out by force and destroyed our treasured possessions, my things. The Public Peace Bureau? Those uppity cops wouldn't spare half a cent on the bunch of hobos like you. Maybe you mixed them up with the Security Bureau? I'm not stupid, I saw them, I swear! That psychopath would post on our bloated sanctuary, swing around some crazy weapon I've never seen. Was that Kana? Was that Kana? Show me the bullet marks in your glove. Scorch marks from thermite and traces of direct hits from high-density bullet cores. These weren't ordinary bullets. They appear to be high explosive incendiary armor-piercing ammunition, okay. I don't need to say that. You can just tell from the bullet traces? Not always, but I've studied these in textbooks. Although it's my first time seeing, I'm not gonna say that. I should call it heat-piercing bullets, or whatever. First time seeing heat bullets of this caliber in person. Same here. It's too expensive and impractical for use in personal firearms, so they're never produced. Well, until now, I guess. The only company with the capability to mass produce these, Kaiser Industries. So the ingrates who bought all my weapons from Kaiser before I could was the Valkyrie Police School? But this kind of weaponry has to be super expensive. And seeing how there's barely enough budget for bullets these days, I can't be selfish. At this rate, I'm going to be wielding a pea shooter against a flamethrower, or worse. Are you okay, Sensei? Yeah, just lost a thought. Did you fall asleep standing up? Looks like Sensei has at least one talent. Anyways, it looks like you were caught up in the crossfire of a police investigation. Better luck next time. That's it? You think this doesn't affect you too? It wasn't just us. The Public Peace Bureau was raiding the entire city, kicking out every vagrant and homeless person they could find. They could be here any minute. Oh, yeah. There they are. Oh boy. Did you know? When wild animals are in danger, they'll run towards the strongest leader in the area. I guess that hobo saved me from having to search for my garbage. Uh-oh. Great, now we're up against the Valkyrie School? Fuck me. There's an unwelcome face. Are you the feral hound of Valkyrie Police School? It's Ogata Kana, but to you, it's Director. I hardly think you and I are on nickname terms. Apologies, Director. What brings you here? That's a weird question for a band of criminals to ask a Valkyrie officer, don't you think? We've let you vagabonds run rogue for too long now. You're under arrest for illegally occupying a public park and inciting terror in the surrounding community. Hey, dummy! The Chief of Defense was the one who said we could live here. You're trying to tell me, Mr. Director, that you're going against your superior's directive? How foolish. Tell me, when did the Chief say you could stay here? She may have been suspended your punishment, but she never explicitly approved your occupation here. She's right. Parks Management falls under the purview of the Culture Office, not Defense. We were only granted a suspension of expulsion. We aren't technically allowed to be here. So they're just gonna kick a bunch of homeless kids out of our park? That solves absolutely nothing. You're ignoring the real issues here. But how come the Public Peace Bureau is arresting us? Shouldn't the Security Bureau do that kind of stuff? Yes, homeless eviction does fall under their purview, unless we at the Public Police Bureau determine there is a terrorist threat to Kavotos' safety, which would be our current circumstances. Alright, fine, we may not have approval, but we have no intention of leaving. Are you gonna drag us out by force? You got a bad memory, but I remember you all going kaboom and running out with your tail between your legs last time you tried. Watch yourself, Kazikura Mo. The Valkyrie has eyes and ears everywhere. Didn't you lose most of your equipment during the rainstorm last week? I also know you sold said equipment to purchase new ones, but it's not nearly enough to adequately defend an area as large as this park. Why don't you try to stop it? Why don't you try us? The Public Peace Bureau has recently secured firepower beyond your wildest dreams thanks to our sponsors. You are outnumbered and outgunned. No amount of elite combat skills is getting you out of this mess. We've got two options here. You can comply and handle this quietly, or you can fight your losing battle with your useless little toy guns. What? Are you challenging the SRT Academy? Guns aren't even my weapons of choice. Maybe you'd like to meet some of my incendiary babies. Is that enough for us to win, though? We don't even have ammo. Miyako? Hell. Rabbit Squad? Wait a minute. Sensei? What are you doing here? It slipped my mind. Chief of Staff did leave the treatment of the Rabbit Squad under Shell's discretion. Hate to break it to you, but even you have no say here. People way above your pay grade have already given their orders for Kasagi Town's redevelopment. You can't just force them to leave without any warning. They've had more than enough time. Understood. Consider this me paying my debts. I'll pull back for today, but we can't afford to sit on our hands forever. Either the Rabbit Squad vacates the premises by the end of the month, or we'll vacate them. Even if I have to fall in line after all. What's that supposed to mean? Pull back! Mission postponed. The nerve! We were wiping the floor with her last time until Sensei stepped in. It doesn't change the fact that the Public Peace Bureau has beefed up significantly since then. Mo, are you able to confirm if their firearms were manufactured by Kaiser Industries? Duh, clear as day. Those are the weapons that we were trying to buy from Kaiser. How could those snot-nosed cheapskates at Valkyrie afford such expensive weapons? I'm baffled. The chief mentioned a sponsor. Maybe they got a rebate. A rebate? It's a sales strategy companies use. If you buy in bulk from us, we'll pay you back a percentage of it, scratching each other's backs. But the way I see it, only Valkyrie is getting their back scratched here. What's Kaiser getting out of it? Share my theory about the Rabbit Squad. I mean, Kaiser... We've had a history with Kaiser. I see. Kaiser Construction is in charge of Kasagi Town's redevelopment and is a subsidiary of Kaiser Industries. Moving funds between the two would pose no problems. The only thing standing between Kaiser Construction and profit is the homeless population of Kasagi. So they share weapons with Kaiser Industries with Valkyrie, and in return, that means those dirty cops are getting paid in weapons to kick out all the homeless people for Kaiser. Isn't that illegal? It's definitely illegal. If Sensei's theory is correct, the Valkyrie Police School, meant to be for the people, is acting as a mercenary organization for private profit. The police colluding with the corporations for wealth at the expense of the citizens? It's unjust. We might not be great right now, but we're not that bad. Of course, this is just my theory. It's just a theory. Well, as of right now, we have no way to confirm nor to deny how the Public Peace Bureau acquired their weapons. Valkyrie's transaction records are all stored on a local server, so I can't even hack them, and I've absolutely tried. If we could just get our hands on some evidence. Are we doomed? We could infiltrate the Valkyrie Police School's main building and obtain their transaction records. Are you actually stupid? Their school is crawling with, at the very least, 100 of highly armed military forces. It's a fortress. Even if with supplies and backup, I think it's impossible. We could fail on our own. I hate to admit it, but all we can do now is make a report and twiddle our thumbs. And where do you submit a report about a police school? Huh. When the police crosses the line, who do you go to? When the Valkyrie Police School commits a violation, the only secondary police force that can investigate them is... us. The SRT Academy. Who else but us? Our entire purpose is to handle situations like this. But, do we have the authority? We don't even have a real school anymore. Do you believe what you're doing is what's right? Sensei? Go ahead. I'll take responsibility for the blowback. You really are the strangest. Hey, Sensei, is there a responsible in your dictionary? Are you stupid or something? So stupid. But you did remind me of something. We are the SRT, the fastest deploying special forces unit in all of Kavotos. We subdue any criminals in violation of public order, punish them with the might of all available firepower, and silently liquidate them before anyone is the wiser. If the executives of the Valkyrie Police Corps are truly colluding with the corporation, uncovering evidence will be no easy matter. This mission's purpose aligns with the objectives and justice of the SRT Academy was always upheld. Rabbit Squad, begin preparations for an infiltration mission. As of this moment, we are commencing Operation Clover to secure proof for the Valkyrie Public Peace Bureau's illegal rebate. I love this song. Robert 1 reporting. Time is 23:30. It's 23:30 hour. I don't know how you say this in military time. I'm arrived at Point Echo. Guard presence has not yet been confirmed, but several electronic signals presumed to be CCTV devices have been detected in the opposite hallway. This is Camp Rabbit? Affirmative. There were CCTVs there, but I've already took over them. I'm monitoring the video feeds for you, so you're clear to make your way to the Point Sierra. Not a guard in sight. Wow, you hacked it so fast, Mo. Bypassing this level of security is easier than blowing up a building. Mostly. The server has a randomized numerical code that changes every 30 minutes, so I can't promise anything beyond that. We either finish it in that time frame or it's a bust. The code has the Vice President of Veritas written all over it. What a pill. But this is the main building of the Valkyrie Police School. How can there not be a single guard in patrol? You have earwax or something? I told you I disabled the cameras and alarms. I wasn't talking about you, alright? I just can't believe their lax security and over-reliance on technology. I find it undisciplined and pathetic. It's the exact embodiment of why I didn't want to attend the school. We get it, Little Miss Perfect. The Public Peace Bureau's the Clover, is located at Point Sierra on the 3rd floor of the basement. Make your way to those west stairs. Route's still clear. And to empathize, I can only keep the alarms disabled for 30 minutes. You dummies better be back at the rendezvous point by then. Rabbit 1, understood. Where's Sensei? Since we had to rappel down from such a high altitude to be able to infiltrate undetected, it would have been dangerous for Sensei to attempt it with no training. So they'll be supporting from the rear. And we couldn't risk a hostile bulldozing their way through the front line of fire and harming Sensei. You found out my deep dark secret. I'm scared of heights. We have no choice but to carry out this mission on our own. That's how it's always been. Anyways. Well, that's right. We've always been pulled through the just us. Just us. What a long face, Miyako. What's wrong? Nothing. Just reviewing the plan. Okay, Rabbit Squad, don't let your guard down and watch each other's backs. We're moving to Point Sierra. This is the archive room for all the documents. It's not surprising, it's secured by a solid steel door. Criminals will go to great lengths to hide evidence for their wrongdoings. Who cares about a big door? There's not a single guard in sight. I can't complain though. This operation has gone smoothly so far. Well, Miyako, let's get going. We don't have much time. This isn't a normal lock. It can only be unlocked via an electronic signal. Mo is probably trying to crack the code. What? Does this count towards our 30-minute time limit? I'm going as fast as I can, alright? Jeez! We don't have time. Can't we breach the door with explosives? I got a phone call. Why? Yes, please. Breach the solid steel door with explosives. Be my guest. Oh, and just go ahead and wake up the entire student body while you're at it. What will you do when that happens, you dummy musclehead? Run the decoding program using the secret key I found through the plain text. We're in, ladies and ladies. Why did you just say ladies? That took over 3 minutes. Do you think I just have to sit here and wave a magic wand? If it's so easy, why don't you try next time? We don't have time for infighting. Security system will be live again soon. We need to prioritize finding the evidence that'll incriminate the Public Peace Bureau. You're right. I'll take the bookshelves on the right. I hate dark spaces. Let's see. Transaction logs. A receipt submitted by Kaiser Industries a week ago. Jackpot! Excellent work, Saki. Let me see. It seems Sensei was right. Sensei, the Clover has been secured. It's as you said. Kaiser Industries provided free weapons to the Public Peace Bureau in exchange for evicting Kosagi Town's entire homeless population. We got what we need then. Yes, this is exactly what we need to put a stop to this unjust conspiracy. I can't wait to stick it to those Public Peace Bureau goons. I'm too late. Oh, there goes the vault door. I knew that was gonna happen. Mia, what are you doing in front of the door? Well, it's closed. Okay, open it. The thing is, the door, there's no handle from the inside. I knew it. I knew this was gonna happen. What? Oh boy. I knew this was gonna happen. Like, that door's gonna close. I knew it. Ah! It really won't budge. Didn't you retrieve the Clover? Are you guys having a tea party in there? Time's almost up. You need to get back in the rendezvous point immediately. You know, I would love to do that if the door wasn't closed. What? Which imbecile closed the door behind you guys? Even I know that closing the door to a walk-in vault room activates an auto lock. And I don't study. I thought someone might see if I left the door open. Did I or did I not tell you I was monitoring the situation on the CCTVs? You acted based off your emotions and not the facts. And look what the situation you put your squad members in. Sorry. You could have at least put in a doorstop. Anything at all. Oh boy. I had no business doing the SRT. A dumb, scared cat who drags everyone else down. Wish I had never been born. It's okay, Miyu. As a sniper, you're not as familiar with the indoor warfare. I should have been monitoring the situation in the rear. But it's not your fault, Miyako, at all. Don't try to redirect. Miyu holds every ounce of blame here. I'm pissed too, but now's not the time. We need to get you out before the security system goes live. What do? I could try those explosives, but we didn't bring much. Can't you just hack the electronic lock like before? I can't do that when the mechanical lock's already been triggered. This is really it. I don't want to go home. Well, let's all calm down first. Miyako, use that brain of yours for something. 5 minutes left. Aren't you our leader, Miyako? Miyako, help. Me? You've got to do something, and do it now. Miyako! I don't know. My leadership has been nothing but failure since we left the SRT. Everything from the protest to when the camp was flooded. Failures. Is this all I'm capable of? I don't have the resourcefulness and leadership skills like Sensei. Fuck. Can you leave me alone? No phone calls. I've led my squad members into a life-threatening situation. Do I have what it takes to get them out of it? Or will I just fail again like I always do? Get a hold of yourself, Miyako. Sensei? I can't do this, Sensei. The situation is hopeless. If you were here, you would be able to figure out a way out. You would be able to protect your squad. But I'm not like you, Sensei. I never have been. If I tried my hardest with all my ability. I don't know. I just don't know, Sensei. I can't do this on my own. I don't believe in me like you do. You don't have to do it on your own. Look to the squad members you've always put your trust in you. My squad members trust me? Are you stupid? Who else could lead the rabbit squad in a situation like this? Do you think I could do anything? I'm pretty sure there wasn't a chapter on how to handle getting locked in a vault while running a police station in my textbooks. I'm always scared and loneliness on sniper duty, but you're the only person who's never forgotten me, Miyako. You think I'm gonna lead us? I have my hands full with helping you dummies from over here anyway. So from now on, all of us are putting our faith in you, Miyako. Understood. As the field commander, I will be issuing orders to all members. The operation from here on out will be volatile, and every decision will count. I will not be able to address your questions and selfishly ask you to follow me blindly, even if you don't understand my reasonings. But I promise you, we're going to conclude this mission safely and take the Clover back to our home. All of us. Understood? Alright. Just blow up the wall. Uh-oh. The alarms at the archive room are going off. Could be intruders. No way, we haven't seen anything on the CCTVs. Well, it's probably just a stray cat or something. How would a stray cat make it past the vault door? Beats me. Maybe it came through a hole or something. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. What the? Who are you? Why don't you take the uniforms? When it comes to security concerns, you should always assume the worst. That's standard practice. Undisciplined attitudes like yours explain the current state of Kavotos. Intruders! Not so much for being discreet. Miyako was right. All we had to do was trip the alarm on purpose, and the Security Bureau came running right over to let us out. I guess I should be grateful that our colleagues who are supposed to be sharing the responsibility of Kavoto's safety are stupid as hell. But the alarms are still going off. Yes, reinforcements will be arriving soon. The objective is to play this aggressively and catch them off guard, but avoid large-scale groups in open areas. We'll siege our attack at the eastern hallway. It's narrow with a lot of cover. Remain vigilant for ambushes and make your way to the rendezvous point. Move out! Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man. Oh man, oh man.
Action開始。援護射撃お願いします。くれました。クリア。前進します。ハーネスの準備完了。
Oh, it's lagging again. I don't know why it does this.
ポジションを変更します。援護します。クリア。前進します。前方に多数の敵を確認。対処します。
Well, I don't know if it's lag, it just gets hung up. It's like Blue Stacks doesn't like the little scenes.
次の敵はどこ？やっぱり私は何もできないゴミくずなんだ。無意味な抵抗です。援護します。クリア。前進します。 SRT の力甘く見るなよ。少しこれは痛いぞ。そういう
Alright, how do you get a vehicle inside of a building? Answer me this.
無意味な抵抗で私のことなんて気にしないでください。
Alright, my game crashed.
私ここにいてもいいのでしょうか。
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Enemy assault defeated. Enemy assault troopers defeated. Tango 3 down. Copy. Rapid 2. Move forward to the next point. I'm covering you. Understood. All the members maintain your current position for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Saki now. Discharge Foxtrot. Flash bombs up front. Mew enemy sniper at 5 o'clock. Got him. But I only have 1 shot left in my chamber. I need to reload. Authorized. Saki, cover her. Leave it to me. Took a whole actual military squad. Who the hell are these guys? They're slicing through us like a giant organized chainsaw. They're outnumbered and outgunned, but they managed to push us back so far. Isn't this our school? They're using the environment to their advantage. We'll have to retreat to the central entrance at this rate. Stand your ground. Reinforcements from the Secure Bureau should be arriving any minute. Once they arrive, we'll just bulldoze them over. Bulldoze them over. At the end of the day, there's only 3 of them. Reinforcements attack at the west entrance. Mo, can you access the school's heating system? I need you to hack this indoor temperature sensor. Systems like that virtually have no security. It's a snap. Raise the indoor temperature readings. We're going to trick their automatic building management system. Well, what I like to hear. How hot? 900 degrees Celsius. It's nice and toasty now. Or at least the building thinks it is. Is that water? The sprinklers are malfunctioning. Which means... Ah, the firewalls are coming down! Damn it, we're trapped inside the building! Our reinforcements won't be able to get to us anymore. Don't worry, we can operate the firewalls manually from the control room. We can just raise the firewalls and let in the reinforcements. Huh? What's this? Did the intruders forget this? Looks like a C4 explosive, but it has a modded lithium battery on top of like an IED bomb. Wait, if lithium gets wet, we're toast. Boom. Oh, I'm sleepy. What's all this commotion in the middle of the night? What kind of world do we live in? A petty thief invading a police school of all places. And why'd they wake up anyone and everyone? The Secure Bureau can deal with this some thief. They've got the situation under control. I'll just do a quick patrol on my way back. Hmm? Uh-oh. This is the worst trap I've ever seen in my life. I know we all have the reputation for 11 donuts, but a blatant trap like this in our main building is just ridiculous. What kind of stupid moron would fall for this obvious trap? Oh yeah, that's the limited edition strawberry donut from the Master Donuts with marshmallows. With marshmallows? In that case... Thanks for the treat. Yeah, figured. You got me. Sorry, Fubuki. Did that actually just work? Pinch me, please. I doubted it too, but Miyako did say to follow her auras blindly. It worked out in the end. I was nervous too. It was a bit of a gamble. But we only got through the massive enemy force and to this point thanks to all your exceptional talents. It would have been the same result with anyone leading. There you go again. Pardon? Did I see something wrong? Miyako, you stupid head. Everything is thanks to you. No one else had led us to this point. It was you! There isn't anyone else in all Kavotos who could have done what you did. You assessed the situation, everyone's individual skills, and developed us all accordingly. Deployed, excuse me. That was you. We're just your own little pawns, and you played the game perfectly. We don't say it, but we've always had faith in you as our leader. Even that stuff I said about not recognizing you as leader, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Thank you, everyone. Regardless, I don't agree to that this was all me. A special forces operation can only be carried out by all members of the squad. What a stubborn squad leader. It's part of her charm. That's enough chit-chat. We're not in a clear yet. The Valkyrie students will catch up to us soon. Let's move! Hold them right there, villains! I heard there were intruders at the school. And it turns out to be you guys! Aren't you? I'm hard to forget, huh? It's me, Kirino, ace of the Public Safety Bureau. I defeated you once with my strike of justice, and I'll do it again! I'll show no mercy to criminals threatening the public order and peace! Who's this hot-headed weirdo blocking us? Your orders, Miyako? According to Sensei's intel, the student's shooting skills is definitely... Ignore her. Keep moving to the rendezvous point. Did they left? Hey, get back here! I'll really actually shoot. I'm gonna shoot if you don't come back. Ah. That shot went to the moon. Didn't I subdue them perfectly last time? I failed my duty. The criminals slipped right out of my grasp. On another note, how come you were lying on the ground with a box on your head? I don't remember. The only thing I know is I have a limited edition donut in my hand. You want to buy it, Kirino? Oh, jeez. Time to grow up. Rabbit 1 reporting. Currently 100 hours. We've arrived. Camp Rabbit, can we expect air support? We're behind schedule because of the change in the rendezvous point. Hold tight for 5 minutes. We'll get you out of there. Understood. Rabbit 2, seal up the passage to the rooftop and install barricades. Barricades are already up, and I've added an anti-personnel mines for good measure. Let's hope it holds up. They're already at the rooftop door? Are we gonna last 5 minutes? Desperate situation. Hostiles approaching in a barely barricaded door, waiting on a tenter hooks for a helicopter, just like the zombie movie we watched last week. How did that movie end again? All the zombies jumped on the helicopter, making it crash, and everyone died. That's not what I want to hear right now. Good thing there's no zombies in real life. You again. Real zombie! Oh boy. Seriously, you should really refer to me as the Public Peace Bureau Director. Director, at the least. Director Kana? All the access points to the roof should be sealed. How did you get here? I scaled the storm drains on the side of the building. The building has to be at least 10 stories. A student with no rappelling training and no equipment just free climb the side of a building? The Public Peace Bureau's motto is to apprehend criminals at all costs. Did you think you could get away with this? I would just let you walk off into the sunset after infiltrating the very school in charge of Kavotos' policing? There's nowhere to go now. Just come quietly. When are you children gonna grow tired of your stupid games? You need to face reality. Kavotos doesn't need the SRT anymore. It's an eyesore, and now a public menace. I'll arrest you here and report all your sordid activities to the General Student Council. Not even the Chief of Staff will be able to stop your records from being expunged. I guess we'll all go down then, Director Kana. The goal of our operation was to secure this Public Peace Bureau's ledger. This is evidence of the legal rebates you received from the Kaiser Group in exchange for evicting the homeless population from Kosagi Town. How'd you find out? Valkyrie Police School sworn with the shabbiest standard issue gear and was already undergoing budget cuts. Of course it raises red flags when you show up with an arsenal all of a sudden. Being responsible for the security of Kavotos, the Valkyrie Police Force must conduct its official duties fairly in accordance with the rules set by the General Student Council. That's the trust the public has put in you. But you, the director of the Public Peace Bureau, turned this arm of justice into a petty mercenary squad, colluding with the private corporations for your own benefit. This is a felony of the highest order and a slap to the face of justice the Valkyrie Police School supposedly claims. Why? Why do you little children always puff your chest out and tout your pretty empty words? Fairly and equally, the ideal of public service. Sure, the Valkyrie Police School serves the public and should act accordingly. But guess what? The world isn't made of rainbows and butterflies. Discipline? Justice? Ha! You hide behind your immunity and look down on everyone else. But we were the ones getting our hands dirty every day to take care of business. That's what the real world is. It's time to get your noses out of your textbooks. Do you think this is what I want? You think I like being the bad guy? Ideals don't serve justice. Actions do, no matter what you have to do along the way. What do sheltered children like you know? You didn't know anything. Those are all excuses, Kana. Is that? Go Sensei. Yeah, the ends never justify the means, Kana. Ever. Believes me nothing if you abandon them at the first hardship. You don't understand. I would have lost everything if I held on to my beliefs. I'm one small cog in the wheel. My hands are tied. What am I supposed to do, Sensei? It was the same for the Rabbit Squad, you know? Doing the right thing is never easy. But that's a decision you have to make for yourself. I guess our stupid Sensei does make good points here and there. That's right. No one can decide for you but you. We were scared and unsure when this all started. But I was crazy to shout in the SRT no matter what. Thank you as always, Sensei. Director Kana, one thing I've learned recently is that just because your definition of justice is different from mine, that doesn't mean it's wrong. But I can't abide by a corrupt justice wielded to dodge accountability and responsibility. That's the high wall between you and me. Miyako, helicopter incoming! Time flies when you're chatting with an old friend. Strap into your harnesses. Rabbit Squad, let's pull out. Let's pull back. We're locked in, let's go. Hold on tight so you don't get left behind. We'll be on our way, Director. I hope we meet again under better circumstances. Bye. Well, I better get a head start on my apology letter for all this. Yeah, you better. Current time is 145 hours. This is Rabbit 1 arriving at Camp Rabbit. The operation yielded no casualties and the clover has been secured. Which concludes Operation Clover. Excellent work, everyone. So proud of all of you. I'm exhausted. I could fall asleep right here. So sleepy. I'm just gonna lay down here right here. You, at the very least, take off your gear before you go into sleep. As well as write your operation reports and watch up for bed. Who am I to talk? I could fall asleep standing right now. As thrilling as all that adrenaline was, I'm ready to relax. Let me just turn off the comms equipment before I sleep. Everyone really put in their all today. And as we agreed on before, I'm entrusting the clover to you, Sensei. You might have uncovered this evidence, but whoever is pulling the strings must be fairly powerful to have backed Director Kana to corner the way they did. We may be trained agents, but us students are still naive to the ways of this world. This is where our role ends. We'll leave the rest to you, Sensei. Thanks, Miyako. Oh, your effort go to waste. After helping remove the sleeping students to their tents, I returned to Shale and proceeded to use the evidence from Miyako to handle things as a teacher would. Fox in the hole. Okay, I think this is the last one for Rabbit Squad. For now. Welcome! As you can see behind me, I'm currently at the Valkyrie Police School. The once well-respected school has seen better days as recent claims accuse them of illegal collusion with the Kaiser Group. According to an anonymous tip sent to the Chronos School, the students of the Public Peace Bureau have been wielding governmental power on behalf of the Kaiser Group in exchange for money and goods. The world was shocked to hear what the police school entrusted with protecting the public would debase themselves to a petty mercenary group for their own private interests. I'm still reeling in shock. To make matters worse, eyewitnesses' accounts say the Valkyrie School was recently defeated by a group of robbers who destroyed the facilities. This organization, supposed to keep the city safe, couldn't even protect their own home base. Now the real question remains: is Kavoto still safe in the hands of the Valkyrie Police School? As more doubts pile up, apprehension is thick amongst the citizens. What the hell do you think you're doing here? Incredible, it's the director of the Public Police Bureau herself, a key suspect in the investigation. Director Kana, please tell us, why did you enter into an illegal contract with the Kaiser Group? What? Where'd you hear that from? No, wait. This is a secure area. You have no authorization to film here. The Pharaoh Hound of Valkyrie is now threatening the media in a rage. Get out! I'll break your cameras in half. The situation is spiraling very quickly. And it's all they've been talking about in the news. What if the Public Peace Bureau tries to get revenge? You worry too much, Miyu. We did what was right, and that's what matters. Anyways, who has time for revenge when they're fighting off a crowd of rabid reporters? I can't put my finger on something. What is it? How do I say it? Everything moves so quickly. Corporate scandals normally move slowly and much more quietly. All parties were so agreeable. The General Student Council hopped to their investigation like eager little bunnies, and even the Kaiser Group bowed their heads on the Kusagi Town redevelopment as if they hadn't poured millions into the project already. If I had to point to something... Sensei, did you threaten the General Student Council? You did say to handle him like an adult would. I want to see how he did it! Well, either way, I'm relieved it's over. The development's project scrapped, they gain nothing spending time and money to evict the homeless population here. And we get to keep our home. Who's this? Oh, it's this guy, this Joker. Ah, an intruder. Oh dear, oh dear. My fingers have been itching to blow something up. Saki, be a pal and throw me one of my little babies. Did my audio just cut out? Okay, no it didn't. Stop it, I'm not an intruder, I'm saluting you! Salute? Now you're speaking my language. It's when you greet someone with gunpowder and lead. You want intelligent hooligans! No matter how I twisted and trust me, I tried. Monk in pursuit of enlightenment such as myself has to pay my debts when they're due. So, well, you've done me a great service, more or less. I know the Rabbit Squad risked life and limb raiding the Valkyrie Police School to get evidence of their evil crimes and expose them. We've been able to reclaim our sanctuary in Kusagi Town, and pursuers have been trickling back to the fold one by one. Thanks to you, I guess. I know it wasn't for us, but we can't deny you've helped us. I saw I brought you some of our most revered food to repay our debt. Revered food? What? Tell me now! If it's mung bean sprout bento, I'll really let Mo blow you to the heavens. Please, we're city-dwelling secrets enlightened in the ways of non-possession. Naturally, I've most generously brought you the absolute best of what we have. Drum roll, please! Voila, chicken bone karage. Oh. Karage? Correct! It's no ordinary karage. This luxury item is made from deep-fried bones. I mean, you can't eat it, but if you chew and suck in the bones, it's almost the same as eating a fried chicken without the calories. To sweeten the deal, you can enjoy a fresh can of beer while sucking on the bone to pretend you're actually eating. Oh boy. What, please, don't all rush to thank me at once. This isn't karage. This is an insult to food everywhere. It's worse than mung bean sprout bento. No way, it's fried chicken. Can't you enlightened idiots see that? Nah, I see bones and that's it. You dare insult this masterpiece I've so generously offered you? Don't be mean. It's not food waste at all. According to Kubotos's garbage disposal regulations, chicken bones are classified as combustible waste, so it's worse. Food waste this, combustible waste that. You clearly have learned nothing about non-possessiveness. You gluttonous pigs don't understand the value of this delectable dish. I should have known better. Pursuers can never coexist with the greed that reeks from your scuff. I couldn't read the last word. You think we want to coexist with you hypocritical pieces of junk? No, we still have armor and piercing explosives, right? Let's wage war against these jerk turkeys. Oh boy. They never change, do they? Oh boy, what's going on here? Nothing good, probably. And we've come full circle. This incident has left the Valkyrie Police School on a very, very short chain, and I can't turn anywhere without those Chronos gnats buzzing in my face. I really must have done something horrible in a past life to deserve to work with such incompetence. That again? Oh, you know, I'm just complaining. Luckily, the rebate Kaiser Corporation kindly granted directly to us has flown under the radar. Oh. Director Kana can handle the fallout while our plan continues in the background. Do you have time for your petty games? You should be trying to recruit more trustworthy colleagues. Trustworthy colleagues, you say? What about those underclassmen of yours? They're quite formidable. You can take the fighter out of the school, but not the fight out of the fighter. I realize that they're still new, but they're still elite individuals who pass the SRT and entrance exams. Who is this? I knew it! This lady! They have a very long way to go before they'll be fit to uphold the SRT banner. Oh, Yukino, always so strict. Oh no, it's that lady. Never mind. I knew it! I knew she had to be related. It was obvious. No, you're soft, Nico. 30 minutes? And all that commotion? Under my command, we would have been in and out under a minute with no one the wiser. Can you really compare a ragtag group of freshmen against veterans such as yourselves, Nico? Which brings me to back to my point. I'd like to invite the Rabbit Squad to join our coup d'etat. What say you, SRT Academy's infamous Fox Squad? Oh. Wasn't Wakama a part of that? Oh boy. Oh. Fine by me. Even if it wasn't their intention, I'd like to crush them with my own hands for foiling the career paths of their upperclassmen. Oh my, I hate to dirty my hands with such adorable little underclassmen. Even children like them understand that dirtying ourselves is the price we pay for enrolling at SRT. For our justice. Oh boy. This plan... No. Everything we do is for the SRT's resurrection and Shell's demise. Oh. We'll see about that. Oh. To be continued in Chapter 2? No! Fuck knows when that's gonna come out. Oh, damn it. That was good. You know what, man, I still like... I mean, obviously this whole story is just starting out, but... The whole Eden Tree is still the best story that this game's had so far. So I'm kind of hoping this could be just as good as the Eden Treaty. Of course, granted, the Eden Tree has like 3 or 4 chapters already to it, and plus, I think another 1 or 2 more coming. Oh man, fuck knows when chapter 2's gonna come out. But yeah, that's going to be it for this part. Exciting. Can't wait for chapter 2. So, I'm not quite sure. Well, since we're back to waiting on new content, there's still more events we gotta do. We still gotta do all the Hatsune Miku, the hot springs, the New Year's, Valentine's, Wakamos, and all of this. So we still got a number. Well, this isn't really an event. I think this is mostly pertained to the Hatsune Miku. I think that's pertained to her relationship stories. There wasn't really much of an event to the Hatsune Miku stuff, honestly. And the Valentines and the Wakamo are pretty much one and the same. Of course, they're two different stories. Well, I think it was mostly the Wakamo story, but the Valentine's story was kind of weaved in between them. So I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do that. So when we come back, maybe I'll knock out the Hatsune Miku stuff first. Then we'll continue with the other events I still gotta do. So, at one point I'll catch up. And there's also all the relationship stories I want to do as well, and there's a lot. So, when we come back, we will knock out maybe another event. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next part. Later.